Hello, my name is Angela B. Chrysler, and also Anna Imagination of the Healing Garden. This is Shifting Perspectives. Every now and then, my subconscious mind tells me, no, you need to insert your real name here. Or, well, yeah, and intuition also. And I'm going, okay, I'm just going to go with what they want. So, on this particular video, I am going to be talking about manifestation and reverse engineering. The words reverse engineering are actually a misnomer. If I do not write when I talk, I lose track of what I'm saying. So it helps me stay focused. And when we think about, I'm thinking about something here for a minute. When we think about learning, we imagine learning as a tunnel. You start here with this short perspective, and as you grow and you go down the tunnel of learning, your understanding gets bigger and bigger until you can see the big picture. This is not effective learning. In fact, this is really bad, incorrect learning. The reason why it's incorrect learning is because learning where you're here and then you're expanding is actually mirroring growth, which is great for growth, but it's quite detrimental to learning. What ends up happening in that case is when you learn, I'm going to call it funnel learning. That's exactly it. It's funnel learning. Because you're learning without having an understanding of the big picture, which means you're walking down a road without a map. So my question for you then is, how do you know you're following the right map? I'm now going to introduce you to a different kind of learning called big picture learning. Big picture learning is when you are looking at the end result and you understand the big picture. And then you zoom in and you start laying the pathways to get to the end point. By doing it this way, you know exactly where you need to go and you know where you are in relativity. So with big picture learning, you gain the advantage of relativity. With funnel learning, you do not have relativity. So how do you know you're going the right place? Big picture learning gives you relativity by defining your coordinates and your destination. In our society, we have a phrase called reverse engineer. And when we say the words reverse engineer, we are actually referring to big picture learning, which is actually the correct way to learn, which is why reverse engineering is actually a misnomer. It should be called correct order engineering. We're supposed to reverse engineer it. That's how you get to the right answer. When you start at the end and then you find your way and trail it back, you can go, oh, I see the best path to get there. Now, we've got this shit figured out in mathematics. We've got this shit figured out in the medical field. We do not have this shit figured out in psychology until now. I reverse engineered all of psychology. I see the big picture. And I realized when I looked at that that I did this using manifestation. Manifestation is reverse engineering whatever it is you want. Suddenly, manifestation isn't magic, it's just science. Wow, that just took manifestation from being magical to just being physics. And I'm looking at it going, oh, wow, it's just physics. By thinking about your endpoint, you're able to say, oh, this is what I want, and this is where I'm going. And then you know your relative position. This is physics. My relative position is X, my destination is Y, the end. That's manifestation. That is manifestation. You've reverse engineered your life. It goes back to the philosophical statement, I am, therefore I think. Or is it I think, therefore I am? I am a firm believer that I think, therefore I am. And that is the difference between a grown mind, an evolved perspective, and one that is still in the foundational stages of perspectives. Our foundational perspectives, stages 1 through 4, lack the ability to see the big picture because they're only halfway done with the journey. But people who are at perspective 8 can see the end of the journey. They can see all the way forward and all the way backwards because it's logical. And it's easy to see when you have hindsight. Hindsight and foresight. I loved those myths. Hindsight and foresight. Prometheus and Epimetheus. Prometheus's name was hindsight, and Epimetheus's name was foresight. When Pandora was created and handed to Prometheus and Epimetheus, Epimetheus, whose name was foresight, said, I'm not going near that woman. And Prometheus, who was hindsight, said, I'll take that woman. And Epimetheus said, I'm warning you. And Prometheus did it anyway. Manifestation is foresight. That's all. You are reverse engineering something so you can gain your own relativity to it so you know how far you have to go. That's it. No magic. Sorry. I'm almost feeling a little sadistic. So you want to know why plants grow toward the sun? It's because they swell with water. Takes the magic out of it. They're swelling. That's all it is. It's the water expanding so the plant leans towards the sunlight. Perspective. Absolute perspective. This has been a magnificent journey for me, learning who I am, learning what I'm capable of. All I've been doing in the healing garden is growing myself. I was meant to be somebody. We all are somebody. And our life is just us seeking for who we are supposed to be. Well, this is who I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be a podcaster, wealthy, famous, changing the world. I was supposed to be crawling into the minds of people and showing them a different way to think. I'm supposed to be like Larry King, and Tony Robbins, and I'm supposed to be like J.K. Rowling and Oprah. I have been supposed to be like that for a very long time, and I'm finally there. I can feel it. I'm finally owning it. And as I start to realize who I am, and I'm pulling my manifestation and reverse engineering it, and I look at it and I go, these are all the things that I wished for when I was 5 and 6, when I said I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be so famous when I was a child that I had all the money in the world that I could give it back to the people. I wanted to be a philanthropist. But my father called me a whore because actresses were whores. That was one of the first times my identity was taken away from me. And it's been a long journey just trying to get me back. And today I had a final realization that I'm not wanting to be a life coach. I mean, no, I'm not. I'm wanting to go much bigger than that. What I'm wanting to do is to give people the opportunity and the tools, the simple tools, to conduct their own mental metamorphosis without the bullshit. So that's what I created. Now, I didn't know how to market it. I didn't know how to explain this to people. I didn't know what to do with it. I wanted to be a podcaster. I wanted to be a philosopher. And I said to myself, how the fuck does anyone be a philosopher in the 21st century? And I imagined myself dressed as a bard standing in Times Square, which would be popular. But I didn't want to do that because I wanted to reach a lot more than just tourists passing through. I wanted to travel the world, conduct magnificent speeches before audience, and say to them, this is why you need to listen to me, because I see things so differently that I can very gently step you outside of the matrix. This is who I am. This is what was taken from me. And this is what I got back. And now I want to show you who you are, what they took from you, and I want to help you get that back. That's what I do. So I'm going to take you on an 8-week journey through the subconscious mind. And I'm going to show you how it works, how to operate it. I'm going to show you how to defend it. And I'm going to show you so many perspectives that are so extraordinary. You will not be the same when I am done with you. Because we're going to strip away, just through knowledge and information, just through knowledge and information, I am going to strip away your conditional belonging and your conditional identity and teach you how to replace it better than that. I'm not going to teach you how to replace it. When you strip away all the bullshit, you're just free. You don't have to do anything. You just need to strip away the bullshit. So there's no learning. We're just going to show you who you are. While I show you who you are, I'm going to give you some tools to help you cope with this knowledge. And I'm going to start giving you the tools so you too can reverse engineer your identity. Reverse engineer your identity so you gain relativity to your healing. And all you have to do is click on the link below. Take my masterclass, 8 weeks to inner peace. Subscribe to my newsletter. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. And may the kindest of words always find you.